This broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person. Today's broadcast features D-Biz on production and camera and CDS on commentary. We hope you enjoy it.
Hello and good morning, hockey fans, for Game 2 of the Midnight Sports doubleheader. We've got the Long Island Sharks as they come into Brooklyn to take on the New York Stars 16U American team. Single A Sharks coming in today's EJEPL game with a 3-1 record on the season, having beaten the Easton Ice Hawks 6-3, the Delaware Blue Hens 4-2, and the Loudon Knights 2-1. The Sharks have also dropped a decision to the Wilkes-Barre Junior Penguins 2-4. The Sharks, despite beating the Loudon Knights 2-1, do not have any common opponents thus far with the Stars, as that Knights team is different than the one the Stars defeated 3 weeks ago in Pennsylvania. As with any team on the Stars slate this season, they'll have to play the Sharks hard and let the chips fall where they may. The Stars coming into this game with a 1-4 EJEPL record on the season, having lost to the Long Beach Lightning AA Diamond team yesterday by a score of 11-0. Next weekend, though, the Stars travel out to Great Neck to again take on the Bruins 16U minor team on Saturday, September 23rd at 4:45 p.m., and then return home to take on the New Jersey Wolves at 9 a.m. Sunday, September 24th. That's just 1 week from today, subject to carrier restrictions. Midnight Sports should have both games for you, so give us a like, follow, or subscription here on YouTube and on Instagram with the handle at Midnight, MIDKNIGHT_sports, Midnight Sports, so you don't miss a moment. But first, it's the Sharks taking on the Stars in a battle on the boardwalk. Grab that cup of coffee and get set. It's all coming up next right here on Midnight Sports after a word from our sponsors. This game on Midnight Sports is sponsored by trying out new music when you're over the age of 40. Hockey fans, do you know what a radio is? Have you turned it on lately? If the answer is yes and yes, then you probably heard some interesting sounds. Was it mostly noise? Did you ask, how did these people get on the radio? You may even have said, when I was a kid, songs actually had melodies. If you think that's bad, just wait until you hear your first mumble rap track on TikTok. It's trying new music when you're over the age of 40. I bet you won't get fooled again. Well, we've got an extended look in here at warm-ups with 1:11 left to go on the warm-up clock. We're going to leave you with that extended look in as we wait for this EJEPL regular season game to start. Thanks so much for joining us here this morning on Midnight Sports. Well, Stars coming over the boards here, getting set for the first half of this EJEPL game. 25 minutes on the board, 2 halves, goalies being checked, scorekeeper being checked. It'll be Speaker to start in net, and Zimmich to win that face-off forward. It's McCarthy to take that first shot. Hits a shin guard in front. Schulman pours in on that forecheck. Puck escapes the offensive zone for the Stars. Zimmich picks it right back up and dumps it on back in. McCarthy on the forecheck. Touch there by the Stars netminder. It's McCarthy and Zimmich trying to fight to get that puck out to the point. They do. They find Viscoso there. He's got Gorloff with him. Shot comes in. It's deflected wide. Saved nicely, actually, by the Sharks netminder. And Schulman will pick up in the far corner. Zimmich now on the puck behind the net. Tries to curl out in front. Leaves it there for Gorloff. Oh, a shot and a save there by the Sharks netminder once again. Schulman able to tap that wide for Zimmich. And puck comes out to a Sharks stick there. Big hit early on. That puck's going to go all the way. Icing waved as it came off a Stars stick. Sharks all over on the forecheck. And that puck comes up into the Stars' defensive blue line and out of the zone. Schulman will take it back into the zone to try and settle that puck down. Fisher on the ice now for the first time on a partial change for the Stars. Fisher trying to settle that puck down as the line change continues here for the Stars. Stars in the offensive zone without possession. It's Russo out there now with Fisher, and the Stars through Nikolaitis try to get that puck in, but we get a quick whistle for an offside call here, and so this faceoff is going to come just outside the Stars zone, it looks like, as the Sharks will make their own change for this faceoff just outside the blue line. It'll be Nikolaitis at the dot. He's got Fisher to his right, Russo to his left. It'll be Farrow and Lechner as the defensive pairing. Nikolaitis leans over the dot, wins that faceoff to Lechner. Lechner immediately sends that over toward Farrow, dumps on in, and the Stars will give chase. Sharks pick that puck up first, can't get it out of the zone because Nikolaitis gets in the way and is able to dump it in deeper. Now Fisher tries to send something to the slot, and it'll be Nikolaitis to try and pick it up in front of the Zamboni doors. He does, sends it down to Russo. Puck hops off his stick, and now the Sharks, get used to that all game. Stars and Sharks, not an easy one, and they'll try and break out. Stars dump that puck right back in. Russo gives chase, and it'll be Fisher on the right wing trying to get that puck deeper in the zone. They do. The Stars nearly touch that one home. A wonderful save by the Sharks. Just a minute and 55 seconds into this one. Nikolaitis nearly able to touch that pass home into the back of the net. Instead, it'll be a line change here for the Stars and an offensive zone draw. Fauci to take this at center. He's got Pizarro to his right. Schaefer behind him as well as Coronati. Stars win that faceoff. Comes down to Pizarro behind the net. Pizarro curls behind and around and then tries to leave that over toward, looks like Conforti out there. It is. And Fauci now rubs his man off the puck out of the play by the Zamboni doors. But the Sharks fire that out of the zone. And so it'll be Schaefer tracking back as this puck's just going to roll in there on Speaker. He's going to cover up with Sweeney right in front. And so his old teammate Malcolm Sweeney makes him cover the puck there. And it'll be a defensive zone draw for the Stars with Schaefer, Pizarro, Conforti, Fauci out there. Looks like Coronati has the defensive pair. Puck rolls into the blue paint, shepherded farther to the side over toward Conforti. Pizarro calls for the puck. He's streaking through the zone. Pizarro's going around his man, and the puck comes off his stick as he couldn't get that momentum. Built back up in the skates again. 40 with a shot. Stick to side there by the Stars. By the Sharks. Pizarro picks it up in the near corner. Goes into the slot. Stick lift there by the Sharks. Sees Coronati pick up the puck at the far point. Now the puck just rolls in the slot. Schaefer fires in to try and keep the zone. Touched farther by the Sharks. And Coronati will have to track back in the neutral zone, collect that puck, and work it up through the neutral zone toward Fauci. Just out of his reach, and the Sharks will break back in. Coronati on the puck. He's got Schaefer to go point to point. Coronati picks up that puck, looks for Schaefer as the puck comes off his stick. Schaefer jams that up off the boards. Not out of the zone yet, though, as the Sharks trying to work that puck up deeper into the zone. Instead, the Stars come away with it. It's Conforti now working that puck farther, and the Sharks get it right back out of the zone. It's Schulman trying to work that puck in deeper. Instead, puck sits in the neutral zone. Sharks pound it farther, but Fauci comes up with it now and fires that puck in as the Stars make a change. It's Schulman out there on the forecheck. He's got McCarthy. Zimmich now back on the ice. Gorloff out there as well as the Stars try and put something together here in the offensive zone. Zimmich takes his man out of the play. Rolling puck comes over toward McCarthy, but the Sharks get there first. Puck still not out of the zone for the Sharks. Bouncing puck in, batted farther there by the Stars, and that hand pass is waved off as the Sharks touch that puck first. Jammed in farther there by the Stars. McCarthy turns with the puck. He's got Zimmich in the slot, tries to find him. Backhand pass just a bit too strong for everyone, so Gorloff will dump it right back in toward Schulman. Schulman sends that pass in deeper for McCarthy, who takes a big hit and tries to pick up the puck. Now it's Zimmich curling behind the net, trying a wraparound, comes out front to the Stars. Two Stars players there at the same time, and they could not tuck that home, so the Sharks will escape the zone, tuck that puck into the neutral zone, and now they're coming into the offensive zone. They throw something into the slot. It's kicked there by Gorloff, who settles that puck and is able to get it right back out of the zone. Sharks trying to get something set up. Instead, it's McCarthy on the puck. Separates his man from the puck on the forehand. He sends that. It's blockered down nicely by the Sharks netminder, and Zimmich will dump that puck in deeper as the Stars begin to make a change here. Sharks come away with the puck in the defensive zone, trying to get into their offensive zone. They rubbed off the puck there momentarily, and it'll be Russo cutting out any zone entry. He finds Viscoso deep. Sends the pack all the way to the weak side on Russo. Russo's able to tuck that backhand out of the zone. Sharks will dump right back in, though, a little bit offside. And so with 20 minutes even, it's still a scoreless hockey game here. Stars with 8 shots on goal to none yet by the Sharks. And we'll have a center ice puck drop here for Nikolaitis to try and win for the Stars. He's got Fisher to his right, Russo to his left. Puck won forward by the Stars, and the Sharks take over control at their own blue line. They work that puck up into the offensive zone, and Farrow now on the puck. He's got it behind the net on the forehand. He's going to work that softly over toward Russo. Russo will collect on the forehand and curl in his own zone and look up ice. Aiden now receives the puck at center ice, and he drops that off toward Lechner, who's streaking up the right wing. Dump that puck in, and now the Stars give chase. It's Nikolaitis lifting a stick, trying to get to that puck first. Oh, Aiden with a wonderful zone keep, at least momentarily, as the puck gets caught in a bunch of skates and does eventually come out of the zone. Aiden picks that puck up again, skates it forward, takes a heavy hit, but he's able to dump that puck deep in the zone. And now it's Nikolaitis dancing around a hit in the far corner as Fisher's out there with him, trying to get that puck and keep it in the zone. Lechner does, throws a shot, hits a shin guard, doesn't get through, and a follow-up shot does the same. Puck sits in the slot. It's a curling Nikolaitis. He throws it on net, kicked aside there by the netminder for the Sharks. Nikolaitis fakes a hit, picks up the puck, throws it into the slot off the side of the cage. Puck comes all the way up to Farrow at the top of the far point. And it'll be Nikolaitis taking that return pass from Farrow down low, throws it in front. Russo tries to jam that home. Instead, hits the leg pad of the netminder, and the Stars try and keep the zone. Heavy hitting as Fisher taken out of the play there. And we'll get a stoppage in play after the puck is covered by the Sharks netminder. 8:41 left to play here in the first. It's Sharks nothing, Stars nothing. From Abe Stark Sports Center, EJEPL regular season game here is Fauci and Polisi out there with Bizarro. Schaefer and Coronati as the defensive pair. Puck one toward Coronati, not far enough for him, and now it's a 2-on-1 developing here for the Sharks. They shoot in on Speaker. He's able to shut that down. Rebound out in front, and it's dealt with by the Stars defenders. It's now Fauci streaking back into the offensive zone. He shoots, and it's covered nicely there by the Sharks netminder. And so 18:22 left to go here in the first half. Sharks register their first shot on goals. Stars come right back down and get a shot of their own. Still scoreless, though, in Coney Island, Brooklyn. Same 5 skaters stay out there. Fauci wins that face-off through Polisi back toward Schaefer. Shot comes in. Now it's Bizarro. Oh, he just misses potting that one as the goaltender was down. Tried to go up and over, and now he hits the side of the net on the follow-up shot. It'll be the Sharks getting that puck all the way out, and Speaker will watch that one go all the way down for an icing. And so with 18:02 left to go here in the first period, it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. They'll get the Zimmich, McCarthy, Schulman line back out there for this offensive zone draw. Schaefer and Coronati stay on as the defensive pair. It'll be Zimmich at the far dot, trying to win this over toward the slot or behind him. Instead, it comes to McCarthy, who fires in, able to work that up to the point, settled the puck there, did the Stars defender on that far side. Puck just sits at the blue line. Eventually, momentum's going to carry it past that blue line, and now it's dumped in. We're going to get an arm raise, though, for icing. We have no whistle yet. Strangely, looks like, no, it'll be a penalty call instead of an icing. It's going to be a rough here. And it'll be Zimmich to the box. Boy, that arm went up the same time that puck was dumped all the way from the defensive blue line by the Sharks, and yet not an icing call. Instead, Stars are going to be down a man as Zimmich takes a seat in the box for roughing. 2 minutes put on the board there. Stars will get their penalty killers out, and it'll be Nikolaitis to take this face-off to Speaker's right. He's got Gorloff to his right, and Schulman out there at the side of the circle as we get set here on the scoreboard to try and get the 2-minute penalty up there. Well, working through this. Penalty is up there now. It's Viscoso as the fourth skater here for the Stars. And a quick stick by Viscoso. Sees that puck leave the zone. Good work by him as that puck was at the top of the blue paint. And the Sharks look to take over in the neutral zone. Trying to fire that puck up into the offensive zone are the Sharks. It's Gorloff who tracks down that puck and jams it out of the zone. And now the Sharks will give chase as that puck rolls all the way down, just barely across the end line. So just like that, it's an icing on the Stars. A good clear by Gorloff. Nearly sees that puck sit at the end line. Instead, it crosses it. 17:20 left to go here in the first half. 1:38 left to go on the man advantage for the Sharks. It'll be Nikolaitis again at the dot, looking to win this faceoff. Harmlessly over to the near corner. He does. Gorloff takes over the puck right at his end line. Puck sits there at the end line. It's kicked farther, not out of the zone. Slapper comes in. Speaker's able to make the save there. Saw it all the way. It's Viscoso now. Rolling puck. He's able to settle it and flick it up and out of the zone. And heavy forecheckings. Nikolaitis, he's in all alone. He picked the pocket of his man. He sends it in. Oh, a nice save there by the Sharks netminder on a near shorty by the Stars. Schulman picks up that puck. He's able to dump it back in. The Stars penalty killers will get a change out of this as we're just down to almost a minute left to go on the man advantage for the Sharks, who pass that up through the neutral zone. Cut out again by Viscoso, who looks to be on his game this morning. Sharks dump it right back in a little too soon, though. And so with 16:37 left to go here in the first half, the Sharks got another shot on goal there, but they have 55 more seconds to try and cash in after the near Nikolaitis goal on the breakaway. It's Russo at the dot. Wins that faceoff all the way over toward Lechner. Lechner who pushes that puck up, but it's going to go all the way for an icing here. And so the Stars will have to win another faceoff, this time in their own zone. 49 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Sharks. It'll be Fisher out there as a penalty killer. He's got Ferraro, with him, and Lechner behind, and Russo to try and win this faceoff forward. Instead, the Sharks come away with it. They've got the puck at the blue line there, and they dump it on in deep. It's Lechner to clear, uses the glass to do so. Puck goes up into the Stars bench, though, after riding the glass just a little bit, and so it's going to be another offensive zone draw here for the Sharks. It'll be Russo to take that drop again. Some words there between Russo and Fisher as to what kind of play they're setting up. Stars desperate to get this puck out of the zone. Fisher will tap it farther on the backhand. He's all over his man at the far point. Sharks do keep the zone, though. They dump it in. Farrow now turns. He's on the puck at the end board. He's got two Sharks dangled all over him. The Sharks come out front. They work it up to the far point. Shot comes in. It's lifted up wide of the cage, and the Sharks will look to collect. 19 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Another slapper comes in. Sharks don't get all of it. Now Russo will go over to the far half wall and try and pick up that puck. Farrow finds the puck, jams it all the way down, but it does mean a clear for the Stars, even though it's an icing. And so the Stars will get some new penalty killers out there with just 7 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Sharks, and 15:50 left to go here in the first half. It'll be Schulman, McCarthy, Lechner, and Farrow out there as the four skaters for the Stars. McCarthy to take this draw at the far dot. Sharks ready, Stars ready, puck's dropped. McCarthy tries to send that up forward. Instead, it comes to the high slot now to the far point Sharks try and skate that in off the end boards all the way around, and it comes in on Speaker. Tries the big glove on it, can't quite corral it. Bouncing puck goes to the side of the cage, thrown out in front again. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as the Sharks had a nice little push there, but the Stars able to escape the zone. It's McCarthy returning the pass to Zimmich. Zimmich tries to go around his man and comes to McCarthy. Shot goes wide, and now it's Farrow keeping the zone. Able to work that down towards Zimmich, who dangles around his man. Arm raised here for tripping. It's going to be a delayed penalty. Speaker leaves the ice for the sixth skater. Stars looking to get that sixth man out. It's Nikolaitis coming out, and it'll be Schulman trying to keep that puck from being touched up. Instead, just as Nikolaitis had entered the zone, the Sharks do get to that puck first. And so, 15:08 left to go here in the first half. It's a scoreless game thus far, but the Stars about to go up a man for the next 2 minutes on that tripping call to the Sharks. And so they get their power play unit out there, do the Stars. It'll be Bizarro, McCarthy, Zimmich, Nikolaitis, and Coronati. Face-off won by the Stars. Comes up to Coronati, who looks over toward McCarthy to go point to point. Instead, a curling Bizarro takes that puck. He's got a man all over him. Buys some ice, though, there for Coronati, who sends it over to McCarthy. McCarthy dances in, looking for that touch in to the back of the net. There it is! Oh, Zimmich with the goal! And the Stars take all of 14 seconds on the power play to tuck that one home. Zimmich notches the score, and it's Stars 1, Sharks 0 with 14:54 left to go here in the first period. Well, I don't think it would be revealing too much from the booth to say the Stars worked on that very play in practice this week, but rumor has it they did. And so, ensuing faceoff will be Nikolaitis. Russo to his right. Got Coronati and Schaefer out there as the defensive pairing. Conforti as the third forward on the left side. That puck hops up into the Sharks bench, and so we'll get a quick stoppage in play with 14:48 left to go here in the first period. Shots 14-3 in the Stars' favor, although the Sharks have had some decent looks, so the shots on goal may not be telling the tale thus far in this game. Sharks gain the line. They dump it on in deep. Coronati will go to the far side of ice to track that one down and just shovel that up toward Conforti. And the Sharks, will take back over in their own zone. Looking to get that puck out. Instead, Conforti with the interception has a tight angle shot. Instead, passes it over toward Russo, just out of his reach. Russo will track that back down. Nikolaitis trying to work that back up off the half wall. Schaefer pinches in, and now Russo hurries to get back. The Sharks running toward that puck. It's going to go wide of the cage. Coronati back first. Coronati does get up to the puck, but he's got two Sharks all over him at the end boards. Now Schaefer in for support as well. Four players in, trying to get that puck out, trying to tuck it in deep. Speaker able to shut down that near post as the puck was trickling toward the blue paint. Jammed farther by the Sharks. Stars look to clear the zone. It's up toward Russo now at the half wall. Schaefer trying to work it up to him. Puck dumped right back in by the Sharks, and now Nikolaitis with some speed, able to run over his man, and now some very, very heavy hitting in front of the Stars bench, but we play on, and then eventually the puck does come out of play in the offensive zone for the Stars. And so 13:44 left to go here in the first period. It's going to be a face-off just outside the Stars offensive zone. Now the officials indicating that that puck came out of play while in the offensive zone and off a Sharks player, and so it'll be Fauci at the dot with Polisi to his right and Bizarro to his left. Goroloff and Viscoso out there as the defensive pairing, and Viscoso tracks that puck down at the far half wall. Viscoso now dumps that puck in deeper. Bizarro fires all over his man, again right in front of the Zamboni doors, trying to keep the zone. Instead, that puck does leak out. Goroloff able to get to it first and tuck it in just a bit deeper. Now the Sharks take over. They'll dump that puck in. Hits Fauci's skate. He's able to corral it, work it up toward Bizarro. Bizarro curls with it on the far side of the open ice. Bizarro tries to go around his man, gets wiped out of the play there, though. Sandwiched between two Sharks players, and Viscoso will take over the puck, go point to point with Goroloff. Goroloff has the puck, works it back over to Viscoso as we take under 13 minutes left to go here in the first half. Bizarro finds Fauci. Fauci dumps in and then gives chase. Polisi on the right side coming in as well on the forecheck. Sharks rack that puck around, but not out of the zone just yet as the Sharks try and dump that in. It's Fauci in close front, tries to score a wonderful shutdown save there by the Sharks netminder. Fauci had rolled that puck to the backhand on end. Just couldn't lift it quite past the Sharks netminder's glove. And early on, the story of this game has been the Sharks netminder. 15 shots on goal, 14 saves so far. And the Stars will roll out a different line here as Zimmage works it over toward Schulman, dumps it in deep, and now Zimmage tries to pick up that puck in the near corner. He ties up his man there. Schulman streaking for the puck, finds McCarthy. Shot not coming as it rolls off a stick, and now the Sharks on the move into the offensive zone. It's Aiden over, figure out a way to separate that puck from his man. Speaker's able to kick out that shot, and the rebound shepherded nicely by Lechner and Schulman away from the blue paint after the initial save. It's the Sharks trying to work that puck back into the offensive zone. They'll have to retreat all the way into their own zone to flick that puck up and out. Lechner gets in the way of that breakout. Now comes to Zimmage, the goal scorer, in the mid-slot. He's on the backhand, looking to send that up to the slot instead. He finds a Sharks player, and the Sharks nearly break out, but Schulman with a nice stick lift on the back check, and the puck dumped down to McCarthy. McCarthy looking for Zimmage. Can't tuck it farther as there's a man all over him. He tries again. Puck comes out. Now it's tucked in again by Zimmage. That's McCarthy to Zimmage. And the Stars take a 2-0 lead. Well, you can see it there. McCarthy to Zimmage as that puck comes out and gets tucked home. Well, 11:49 left to go here in the first half. And the Stars lead by 2. The ensuing faceoff's going to be Nikolaitis at the dot. He's got Fisher to his right and Conforti to his left. Sharks move that puck up through center ice. Puck finds Lechner, who cuts out the threat initially, and now the Sharks just have to dump right back in. The Sharks do that, but the Stars come away with the puck and work it up and out of the zone. Puck now up and out of the zone. Please do bear with us as we are just having a little bit of internet connectivity technical difficulties here, but we hope that you can still hear the broadcast even if you can't see everything that's going on right now. The Sharks have dumped that puck all the way in to the Stars zone, and Schaefer on the puck works that puck up, not out just yet on the first try, but it is after it caroms off a player out of the zone. Schaefer will take back over at his own blue line, work that up toward Conforti. Conforti has Fisher streaking down the right, tries to send it to him. Hits a skate though, and now it's going to leave the zone. Oh, wonderful play by Coronati. Cuts out the threat. It would have been a one-on-one break there. Coronati does well to cut that out. And we get a stoppage in play for offside. This stream's just going to have a quick pause in it during this break and play to try and get it back to where we need to be and get the stream flowing. It's Pizarro now taking that. Pizarro has it there, leaves it for Polisi, who jams it farther. Fauci fires in on the end boards. It's Fauci trying to throw that in front. It's Schaefer, one timing that, doesn't get all of it, and now so taking the puck end to end right now, waiting for the line change to happen and just dumping that puck in deep. Viscoso did very well in the low slot to cut out any threat, and now it's McCarthy on the puck, dumping it in deeper. Zimmage picks it up there. This line has been buzzing today, the Zimmage-McCarthy-Schulman line. Zimmage now waiting for the return pass from McCarthy. McCarthy wings that up toward Viscoso. Viscoso has Gorloff on the far side. Instead, he finds Schulman for a deflection. A wonderful save there by the Sharks netminder. And so a little bit of discussion about the after the whistle action on the netminder, but it stays 2-0 out there for the Stars. Offensive zone draw coming up for them. Shot 17-6 in the Stars' favor right now. It'll be the Schulman, Zimmage, McCarthy line sticking around for this offensive zone draw. Zimmage looks to win that back toward Schulman. Sharks get to it first. Gorloff keeps the zone. Oh, according to the linesman, no, he doesn't. And so we'll get another stoppage in play here with 8:58 left to go in the first half. It's going to be a face-off just outside the Stars' offensive zone. And it'll be Zimmage to take. He wins that face-off toward Gorloff. And now it's the Stars dumping on in. The Stars try and pick up the puck in the offensive zone. And Viscoso now will dump in deeper. And the Sharks pick it up in their own zone, and they're able to escape. They throw that puck in just a bit deeper, but not deep enough to hold the zone, and so the Stars come right back the other way, able to stay onside. A wonderful play by Zimmich, and a great shot there by McCarthy. Saved nicely by the Sharks netminder, and onward we play. Puck sits in the neutral zone until Zimmich takes over possession, and he curls right back the other way. He's on the backhand, trying to switch to the forehand. He's into the slot. He's beaten 4 players. He shoots. Oh, a wonderful save by the Sharks netminder. Wow, that was a wonderful bit of skating by Zimmich, and an even better save by the Sharks netminder. Shot comes in. Viscoso goes wide with it, looking for a tip, and now McCarthy goes to track down. Long shift here for this line of the Stars as they'll look to get off, as will the Sharks. And that puck's dumped all the way into the Stars end. Ooh, easy for you to say. Puck pumped up toward Schulman. Schulman finds Zimmich streaking through the high slot. He's got McCarthy curling toward front. Zimmich in all alone. Puck hopped there. Saved again by the Sharks netminder. 7:40 left to play here in the first half as the Sharks break out. And it will be Viscoso finding Gorloff point to point. Stars making a change now as they break into the offensive zone. And Gorloff was all alone there, but he has Russo now for support. Russo tracks down that puck, keeps the zone. He's got a streaking Fisher in the center of the ice, setting up shop, net front. It's Russo trying to get a shot off. He's hooked from behind, and there's going to be a call on the Sharks here with 7:18 left to go in the first half. It'll be a power play upcoming for the Stars. We'll see what the official call is. It is a hook, 2 minutes on the board as the Stars up 2 goals, about to go up a man here. And it'll be Nikolaitis to take this draw at the far dot. Pizarro and Coronati out there with him. Now Fisher and McCarthy join. Power play unit on the ice. Trying to increase their lead are the Stars. Stars win that faceoff, but the Sharks able to pound that out of the zone. Icing arm is up, even though the Sharks would have gotten to that first. As you may recall in youth hockey, so long as that puck crosses the end line, we get the whistle. There's no first to the puck rule at this age level. And so, it's going to be another offensive zone draw. 1:53 left to go in the man advantage here for the Stars. 7:11 left to go in the first half. Face-off one toward Pizarro. He flips that up toward Coronati. Coronati with a big shot in. Oh, it's a shot and a score. And that's Fisher tucking in the rebound. Well, it's Coronati to Nikolaitis to Fisher there. Coronati found the stick of Nikolaitis, who knocked it on down, and Fisher tapped that rebound home. And so it's going to be a 3-goal lead here for the Stars as the clock's ticking. We're getting a little bit of a call from the stands there. In any event, play resumes. Ensuing faceoff won by the Stars. It'll be Polisi on the puck. Oh, a nice threaded pass. He finds Conforti in the high slot. Conforti throws a shot in. Saved nicely there by the Sharks netminder. It's Fauci over toward Polisi, who tries to jam that home. Puck's still loose in front. Still loose. Stars can't get a stick on it. Lecter now with the shot, and it's saved nicely. And an ensuing shot comes in. Saved again. Boy, the Sharks netminder standing tall, and now it's the Sharks coming the other way with speed. It's Farrow on the puck, trying to send his man wide. He does an excellent job of that. Takes his man out of the play, and then flicks the puck up and out of the zone. Oh, a one-man defensive show there for Aiden, as he was able to shepherd his man wide and get the puck out of the danger area. 5:52 left to go here in the first half as the hitting is picked up. Fauci takes over the puck. He's got it on his backhand, sends that in deep. Takes a heavy hit there in front of the Zamboni doors, but he does enough to get that puck deep in the offensive zone. It's Lecter now at the near point. Hits his man on that shot in and takes a heavy hit thereafter. Sharks really looking to break, but we're going to get a call. Looks like might be offside. Unclear. No arm raised, so as that puck had just dribbled across the blue line, it was in front of the Sharks bench. Hard to see from the camera well up here where the puck is when it's that close to the boards. We have the same view you do. And so it was an offside. 5:33 left to go here in the first half. Stars 3, Sharks nothing. Face off just outside the Stars offensive zone. Won by Zimmich over toward his defenseman. Shot saved in nicely. It's Schulman now on the puck. He's able to dangle around one man, work it up toward Gorloff. Gorloff back for Schulman. Schulman to dump that in deeper. Takes a heavy hit at the dasher. Gorloff tries to keep the zone too. Instead, the Sharks are going to be able to force that puck out of the zone. And so Gorloff will look over toward Viscoso and think about going point to point and then back up the weak side. Instead, though, puck ends up in the Stars bench. So we get a stoppage in play. 5:07 left to go here in the first half. Shots 23-6 in the Stars' favor. Still, though, not quite telling the tale, because when the Sharks have gotten in the offensive end, they have looked dangerous. No commentator's jinx on that. Shot comes in. Speaker able to shut down that shot. Stuck in his equipment. Didn't quite know where it was. Just knew he had saved it. And we'll do it all over again. 5:03 left to play here in the first half. Face-off at the near dot here. Zimmich looks to win it back toward Gorloff. Zimmich takes one swipe at it, then two, moves his man out of the way. Sharks emerge with it, try and throw it net front, but Viscoso had set up shop in the low slot, able to guide that wide. It's now McCarthy, who's got Schulman on the right side of the ice. McCarthy will dump and chase. Schulman now streaking down the right wing, waiting for the McCarthy pass. He receives it here in the near corner, and Schulman able to dance around one man, send it back toward McCarthy. Puck rolls all the way to the far half wall, though, and the Sharks are going to be able to clear there. 4:35 left to go here at Abe Stark Sports Center in the first half of this EJEPL regular season game. It's Zimmich on the puck, dances around one man, then two. He shoots high. Oh, it's a top shelf goal. Oh, put that one on the highlight reel. Zimmich goes top shelf, and he scores. The Stars increase their lead at 4:22 left to go here in the first half. Zimmich's been a one-man wrecking crew out there today. It's Stars 4, Sharks 0. Well, ensuing face-off. Over the boards are Fisher, Russo, Nikolaitis, Coronati, and Schaefer. Nikolaitis looks to win that draw. Sharks come away with it momentarily, but only so far as Schaefer at the blue line. Schaefer goes point to point for Coronati. Coronati picks it up, curls in his own zone, and goes right back to Schaefer. Schaefer looks up ice, uses the boards to jam it out of the zone, as there were two Sharks forecheckers in there. Stars nearly into the offensive zone. Instead, the puck sent the other way, and Coronati will collect with 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. It's Coronati looking up ice, goes through the center of the ice, finds Fisher there, who finds Nikolaitis nearly in on goal. Cut out there, though, by the Sharks in the blue paint. Three Stars players in the near corner trying to get that puck. Instead, the Sharks emerge with it, and Fisher all over his man on the back check. Sees the Sharks turn that puck over in the neutral zone after some good back checking. It's Schaefer now on the puck, working it up toward Fisher. Fisher takes over the puck again, leaves it there for Russo. Russo on the backhand, throws one in, and then a forehand is saved as well. It's Russo, on the puck in the near corner, trying to work that out to the front. Puck sits in the slot. Now the Sharks will emerge. It's a 3-on-2 developing for them, but they'll have to make a change behind the play. They gain the line and dump in. Puck racks all the way around to the end boards, and now the near half wall. It's the Sharks on the puck at that half wall, trying to throw it in front, but Russo expertly cuts out that threat in the low slot and jams it off the boards. Fisher does the rest to get that puck out of the zone. The Sharks look to set up a play in the neutral zone, and they have to delay momentarily as the puck just sits in the neutral zone, and then they pump it up a little bit deeper. It's Nikolaitis taking over at the logo. Tries to work that up toward Fisher. Too many sticks in the way, but Fisher does eventually emerge with it, and he's rubbed off the puck at the last second. The Sharks will dump right back in. 2:42 left to go in the first half here as Coronati goes point to Schaefer. Schaefer now picks up the puck, works it up toward Bizarro as the Stars, have completed their change. It's Bizarro. He's got a streaking Fauci out there with him. Bizarro takes that toward the center of the ice, but the puck bounces off his stick, and Bizarro will try and get it back in the neutral zone as Farrow cuts off his man to the puck and lets Lechner do the rest. Puck pumped forward as the Stars cut out the breakout there through Fauci. A good stick by him, and he'll dump it right back into the offensive zone. It's Conforti out there now on the forecheck. Thought about lining up his man, but smartly laid off after the puck had been released. It's Fauci now all over his man at the end boards. And it'll be Farrow firing in to try and keep the zone. Farrow's pinched in. He does well to keep the zone there. Fauci throws it to the net front, and it's gloved down immediately by the Sharks netminder. 1:55 left to play here in the first half. It'll be an offensive zone draw coming up for the Stars as the Sharks make a line change. Face off just to the left of the Sharks netminder, who's seen 24 shots here in this first half and has acquitted himself very well against those shots. Face-off won by Fauci. Dumped in there by Farrow. Pizarro nearly corralled that puck in the low slot, but it rolled on him, so he'll pick it up near the Zamboni doors. Comes over to Lechner, who returns the favor to Pizarro. Pizarro now curling with it. Sends a shot in. Hits a body in front. Puck still loose. Bodies flying everywhere. Puck goes to the end boards, and it's worked over toward Fauci. Fauci throws it again in front. Sharks to it first, and now they'll emerge with the puck. 90 seconds left to go here in the first half. 3-on-2 developing for the Sharks. They're in. Oh, stick to side there by Lechner. Right over to a Shark, though. Unable to fire the shot. Lechner did very well with his defensive partner Farrow out there, and now it's Fauci coming the other way. Fauci blows a tire there, but he's able to send it to Conforti for the one-timer, goes over the net. And Farrow looks to pick up the puck here at the near half wall. Pizarro all over his man as well in the near corner. Tries to kick the puck farther. It's Fauci in for support. It's now the Stars out there trying to make a change in the offensive zone. And they've been able to change one player thus far. Puck does eventually leave the zone. It's Schulman who's been able to make the change. Sharks under a minute to go here, looking to break into the offensive zone. Schulman will turn with the puck in his own end. He still has Lechner out there and Farrow as the defensive pair. He'll reverse behind his own net, Will Schulman. He's got a bunch of Sharks players on him, but now McCarthy out from over the bench, and he finds Schulman again, breaking through the neutral zone. Schulman into the attacking zone. Zimmich is out there too. Schulman takes a big hit there by the Zamboni doors, but he's able to keep the puck in the zone, and it'll now be Gorloff on the puck at the near half wall. He ticks down, finds Zimmich. 23 seconds left to go. Zimmich on the backhand, tries to send one home. McCarthy was there to tuck in a rebound. Instead, it was kicked wide by the Sharks netminder. It's McCarthy finding Gorloff low in the zone. He shoots high, saved nicely there by the Sharks netminder. Stars desperate to tuck one in here. They do through Schulman on the backhand with 7.8 seconds left to go. It's Schulman on the backhand after the Sharks had made several saves. Goaltender was out of the blue paint there, had to come out and be aggressive. And the Stars were able to tuck that one home. And with 7.8 seconds left to go in the first half, Stars increase their lead to 5. Now it'll be Zimmich, McCarthy, and Schulman out as the forwards to see this one out. And very smartly, Viscoso points to the 7.8 seconds left on the scoreboard to his defensive partner, Gorloff, to remind him that, in fact, they just need to see out this last under 8 seconds to get to halftime. Sharks win that faceoff, try and pump it up, but it's cut out by Schulman, and that's going to do it for the first half here. After one at Abe Stark Sports Center, it's the New York Stars 5, the Long Island Sharks 0. Stick around. We have an extended halftime here because it's an EJEPL game. And so they'll put 5 to 7 minutes on the board and tick that off before we start the second half. In the meantime, feel free to listen to these words from our sponsors and some sweet, sweet royalty-free music. We'll see you in the second half.
Hockey fans, Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports is sponsored by Free Time. Remember just a few short weeks ago when it was summer and the sun, not hockey rink fluorescent lighting shone on your face? Your nights and weekends were spent watching movies you'd seen before and doing things like seeing friends and having a life of your own. Hockey practices, homework, and traffic were just hypotheticals and theoretical. Well, don't worry. You don't have to be miserable any longer. It's hockey season, so you don't have to worry about making plans or sleeping in. Instead, you can just focus on why the LIE is backed up at 8 in the morning, even though there's no accident or construction work. It's free time. Haven't you missed all of your scheduling decisions being made for you?
Well, during intermission, we can visit with just another one of our sponsors here on Midnight Sports. This game on Midnight Sports is brought to you by A Bad Night of Sleep. Hockey fans, you've done everything right. All the dishes are done. You've left your phone in the kitchen rather than at your bedside. It's even cool outside. But no matter, disaster still strikes. Whether it's a lumpy pillow, a car alarm that won't stop going off, or just your body going from 98 degrees to 4,000 degrees and back again, it's your old friend, A Bad Night of Sleep. There's nothing quite like trying to take on a full day of work on 3 hours of fitful sleep. Will you get all your work done? Unlikely. Will anything you do be particularly good? Sure won't. It's A Bad Night of Sleep. Don't worry, eventually you'll get so tired, you'll have a mediocre night of sleep. Well, we're off and running here in the second half. Sharks already pushing into the Stars' offensive zone. Stars able to clear that. And so we've got 24:30 left to go here in the second half as the Stars look to increase their lead and the Sharks look to get back into this one. It's Russo trying to tuck the puck farther. Comes out to Fisher, who leaves it there for Farrow. Farrow now on the puck, on the backhand, works it up toward Nikolaitis, who sends that puck in. Rolling puck's just going to come in on goal. We'll get our first stoppage in play here in the second half. 24:11 left to go. Stars 5, Sharks nothing. Thanks so much for sticking with us through this Midnight Sports doubleheader today. Don't forget to give us a like, follow, or subscription, and you won't miss a moment of New York Stars action this season. It'll be Fauci at the near dot, working that puck over toward Conforti, but the puck rolls off his stick and the Sharks look to escape the zone. Nice little dangle there by the Sharks. See them get the puck out of the zone, and Viscosa will take back over. He sends that into his own zone, and the Stars able to send that puck right back the other way. We get icing waved here as the Sharks will look to pick up that puck. Fauci in on the forecheck. Conforti and Bizarro out there with him as the forwards. Sharks send that all the way up and out of the zone. It's going to come to Gorloff here. Icing again waved as Gorloff takes over the puck in his own end. He works that puck up toward Bizarro. Puck rolls on the players, though, and the Sharks will take back over, at least momentarily. Sharks dump that puck in. And it'll be Viscoso now turning with the puck, trying to settle that puck on edge down. He does and sends it over to Gorloff. Gorloff on the puck, and he will skate that through the neutral zone. Will Gorloff send a shot screened in on goal, and it's knocked down there by the netminder. Still loose. Follow-up shot as well. Bizarro takes over behind the cage, throws that net front. Nobody home there. Nice stick lift on Fauci. Sees that puck go wanting. Now at the Stars, trying to throw that out front. Rolling puck that gobbled up there by the Sharks netminder. 23:01 left to go here in the second half. It's Stars 5, Sharks nothing. Shots 29-6 in the Stars' favor as the Stars look to start hot here in the second half. They'll roll the Shulman-Zimmich McCarthy line out there. It's Schaefer and Coronati as the defensive pair. That shot hits a body in front, and so the Stars will have to collect that puck again in the neutral zone. A nice pass up to McCarthy, sees him break into the zone. Streaking Shulman there, ready to tuck that home. He does, banks it off the netminder's leg pads, and that's a Shulman goal. That gives him 2 on the day as the Stars increase their lead with 22:48 left to go here in the second half. It's Stars 6, Sharks nothing. Well, Schulman with the brace, able to tuck that one home, and that gives him 2 on the day. Zimmich to take this draw. And on the ensuing faceoff, McCarthy to his left, Schulman to his right. Schaefer out there as a defender, along with Coronati. Stars work that up. Mini break here for McCarthy. McCarthy in, puck on edge. Oh, it's saved, and the puck sits in the blue paint, and we get a quick whistle there. The Stars look to tuck that one home as it sat all alone in the blue paint. But because of the placement of the linesman, he was in the right place. He just could not see the puck through the pads. Blew the whistle quickly. And so the Stars will roll out a new line. It's Fisher, Nicolaitis, Polisi out there as the 3 forwards. And it looks like Schaefer and Coronati will stay out there as the defensive pairing. Puck comes up to Schaefer. He fires one in, deflected, and the puck's still loose. And it looks like the Sharks, will break out of the zone. Across the blue line they come, but offside after Coronati did a good job getting in the way of that one without interfering. 22-27 left to go here in the second half. Face-off coming just outside the Stars' defensive zone. It'll be Nicolaitis out there. Coronati and Schaefer behind him. Nicolaitis to take this draw. Polisi to his left, Fisher to his right. Tries to win that face-off forward, jams it off a stick, and so Polisi shepherds that over to Coronati. Coronati turns in his own zone. He's got Schaefer to go point to point. He does. Schaefer picks up the puck at the near circle and works that up to Nicolaitis. Nifty skating there by Nicolaitis. Sees him receive that puck on his backhand and fire it forward on the forehand. It's now Fisher trying to keep the zone. Puck comes just out, and the Sharks come the other way. They'll dump in, but not very far because Nicolaitis gets the stick in the way. So the Sharks have to reset, and they dump in again as Coronati will go to retrieve in the far corner. Coronati on the puck, finds Schaefer behind the net. Puck rolls off his stick momentarily, and the Sharks look to set up shop, but Schaefer gets there first. Sharks keep the zone and dump that puck in deeper. It's Schaefer now trying to work that puck around. Nicolaitis comes in for support. He's got the puck on his forehand. He's got Polisi and Fisher in front of him. Nicolaitis takes that up the left wing with speed into the offensive zone. That rolling puck won't settle down on his stick. He takes it all the way to the end wall. The Sharks look to get that puck out. Polisi gets in the way and then takes over the puck in front of the Zamboni doors. Tries to fire that to the slot. The puck rolls off his stick at the last second. A nice back check there by Fisher. Takes over the puck and he'll dump back in. This one's going to go for an icing as it crosses the end line. 21-12 left to go here in the second half, and it gives us time to pause for station identification. You're streaming this game on Midnight Sports. If you're watching youth hockey, but you're still on your couch, it's Midnight Sports. Defensive zone draw coming up here for the Stars. It'll be Fauci out at the dot. He's got Lechner just behind him. That puck's won forward by Fauci. Jam shot not working there for the Sharks, and it's a 2-on-1 developing. Bizarro streaking down the right wing. Shot comes in, it's saved, and then Bizarro looks to touch that home. Somehow that puck didn't go in. Oh, there must be plexiglass on the front of the goal, but Bizarro gets another shot off the pass by Lechner, and he scores. Bizarro touches that one home after Lechner keeps the zone at the top of the blue line, and just like that, it's Stars 7, Sharks nothing. Well, it was a wonderful set of saves from the Sharks netminder to get across and deny Bizarro on his first attempt. But Lechner able to get that puck down low for Bizarro, who only had to flick his stick and put it in the back of the net. Ensuing faceoff sees the Sharks win that all the way down. It's just touched at the end line there by Speaker toward his defender. And now it's Bizarro with the 2-on-1 with Fauci coming the other way. Bizarro there, he shoots. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Oh, you could hear the iron from here. Bizarro feeling it after that goal. Nearly tucked one in top shelf to rival Zimich's shot from earlier in the game. Instead, we get a stoppage in play as that puck goes out of play into the Sharks bench. 20:34 left to go. A lot of time left in this hockey game. And as the Sharks showed on that face-off win right after the goal, they do have some real push here. It looks like we have a timeout coming, though, for the Sharks. And so that will give us a chance to visit with another sponsor. Today's game on Midnight Sports is made possible by doing just enough. Hockey fans, sure, you could wake up early, get a workout in, get to the office before everyone else, accomplish all your tasks for the day before lunch, and rest easy in the evening knowing you've done more than 99% of your fellow Americans. But, and hear me out, what if you decided to do just enough to get by? Then you'd get to sleep in. You wouldn't have to worry about what you ate because you wouldn't be trying to work it off anyway. And eventually, no one would expect much of you because you would have shown them you're not trying very hard. It's doing just enough. Sometimes insert catchy slogan. Well, all right. Timeout nearly coming to an end here as the Stars get a little more strategy conversation from their coaches on the home bench. Sharks having a intense discussion at their own bench here, having called the timeout. And it'll be Lechner, Russo, Fisher. Looks like Nicolaitis and Farrow out there as the Stars skaters. Face-off coming just outside the Sharks' defensive zone. 20:34 left to go. Stars 7, Sharks nothing. And the face-off win goes back to Lechner, who's gained the line and dumps it on in. Fisher now on the forecheck. He's got Russo out there skating with speed. Russo able to beat his man to the puck. And now Nicolaitis fires in for support. Tries to throw that net front. Sharks get to it first. Bouncing puck in the circle. Sharks trying to settle it. Nice back check by Russo. Sees him fire it over just behind Fisher. And now Nicolaitis will take over in the offensive zone. It's Nicolaitis on the puck, curling around with his man. Coming together of players there. And we'll get, looks like a hand pass call after that big collision. So it'll be a hand pass. And this faceoff's just going to come right out of the zone. Well, be hard to blame you if you thought a penalty would be called on one of the two players there after that big collision. Instead, a hand pass is what stops play. And so with 20:02 on the board, it's going to be a faceoff just outside the Sharks zone. The Sharks take over in the neutral zone. They'll fire that puck in deep. The puck will come all the way around, and it'll be Gorloff all over his man as the Stars able to break out through Zimmage. He has McCarthy in front of him. He finds him on the backhand sauce pass. Ooh, McCarthy shoots. Saved nicely there by the Sharks netminder, and the Sharks try to break the other way. Schulman gets in the way of that. Good positioning by him. See the Sharks throw it all the way in, and it'll be Gorloff again to retrieve. Players come together there right at the half wall, but the puck does leave the zone. Schulman looks to track it down. He's got a streaking McCarthy coming into the zone. He finds McCarthy there. One-timer goes just wide of the net, and it's covered by the Sharks netminder. Well, some end-to-end action from both the Stars and the Sharks. And the Stars nearly potted one on the 2-on-1 break there, but that rolling puck goes just wide of the cage. 19:22 left to go here in the second half. It'll be Zimmage, Schulman, McCarthy as the forwards, Coronati and Schaefer as the defensive pair. Zimmage leans over the far dot, wins that on the backhand towards Schaefer. Schaefer with no shooting lane is able to just tuck it farther, and the rolling puck does come in on net. Covered up there by the Sharks netminder. So we're going to do it all over again. This time we're going to try the near dot, see if anything changes. It'll still be Schulman, Zimmage, and McCarthy out there to take this draw. Zimmage at the dot, wins that back towards Schulman. Schulman fires a shot that goes wide of the cage, and the Sharks look to collect in the far corner. It's the Sharks on the puck there, at least momentarily, until it comes up towards Schulman, who tries to dump it farther. Puck does eventually leave the zone. Schaefer right at the Stars logo, ready to take over this puck. Sends that up on a diagonal pass. It rolls all the way into the offensive zone, and McCarthy looks to get there first. Instead, though, the Sharks netminder able to put the big glove over that, and by a stoppage in play, Stars will get some new skaters out there now. 18:55 left to go here in the second half. Shots 32-7 in the Stars' favor. It'll be Fauci at the near dot. He's got Polisi to his right, Conforti to his left. Fauci wins that faceoff toward Conforti now after Polisi feathered a pass over to him. Two men all over Conforti, then one, able to separate him from the puck. Fauci in on the forecheck. Puck gets racked around toward Schaefer, tries to keep the zone, but it does escape the zone. Polisi gets back quickly, rubs his man out of the play, at least initially. Bouncing puck comes into the slot. Sharks couldn't corral that, though, and the Stars will come right back the other way. Polisi receives that pass nicely, dumps it on in, and the Stars now will give chase. Conforti behind the net, trying to get that puck back up. Polisi gives the what for to his man at the near half wall. Puck still in the zone here, and it does eventually leave, though, so Schaefer will track back in the neutral zone. He's got Coronati with him. Curls with the puck in his own end, is able to feather that puck up, but not out as the Sharks take over. They send a shot in on Speaker, who uses the glove to knock that one down and then jump on top of it, as he's called into action for one of the few times here this morning at Abe Stark Sports Center. 18:05 left to go here in the second half. Defensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. It'll be Nikolaitis. He's got Lechner to his right, Russo to his left. Farrow and Bizarro out there. Sharks win that faceoff, but Nikolaitis takes back over at the end wall and racks that around toward Bizarro. Bizarro at the far half wall. He's able to leave it there for Farrow. Farrow does settle that puck down and get it out of the zone. Skates it forward into the neutral zone before he's overtaken and has to get back into position. Sharks try to get that puck out of the zone. Unable to do so on the first try, but they do on the second, and now they're in the offensive zone, are the Sharks. Lechner gets in the way of his man. He's able to knock him down, but it's the Sharks trying to get that puck in on net. Speaker's able to just steer that into the glove with the stick, and so 17:35 left to go here in the second. It's going to be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Same 5 skaters will stay out there for the men in white. Sharks get set here in the offensive zone, trying to win that toward the slot. Lechner is able to feather that to the half wall, and then it's dumped in just a little bit deeper. A curling Farrow, though, cuts out any threat, finds Bizarro, who finds a streaking Russo. Russo now through center ice into the offensive zone on the backhand, looks to send something in front, tries to curl around, bouncing puck, stays in the blue paint, and then it's tapped farther by Nikolaitis to the end board. Some jostling behind the net. Puck comes out to Russo. Russo looks back, sends that nearly across the ice, but it's cut out expertly by the Sharks, and now they come the other way. A 2-on-2 developing. The Sharks will dump. Farrow will turn and give chase. He's got the puck all the way behind his net, and the Sharks, they're looking for the big hit. Instead, Farrow, though, goes for the puck and works it over toward Bizarro. We're going to get a call here, though. It's going to be roughing. Looks like it's on Nikolaitis here, as he's going to go to the box for the coming together of players in the near defensive corner. He doesn't like the call, but as we always say here in the Midnight Sports booth, the only folks whose opinions matter right now are the men in black and white. Sometimes ladies too, but today, men. It's Zimmich out there to take this draw as a penalty killer. Zimmich wins that over to the far half wall. Viscoso tries to get that puck out of the zone. Sharks get in the way, and so Viscoso will ride that puck all the way into the far corner. It does eventually spring free, and Zimmich will come away with it. He tries to curl with it behind his own net. Puck still loose there as Viscoso will take back over and skate that puck all the way out of the zone with speed, gains the line, dumps in. Fisher now coming down the right wing. That puck was stopped nicely behind the net by the Sharks netminder to jam up any dump and chase by the Stars. Sharks come right back the other way. It's now the Stars trying to get that puck out of the zone and unable to do so on the first try. Gorloff bent there on the hit into his own bench, but the Stars do enough to get that out of the zone. Fisher in on the forecheck, trying to get the puck off his man and kill some more of this penalty. 1:12 left to go on the man advantage for the Sharks as they break out of the zone. It's the Sharks now coming through center ice, but Gorloff does well with the stick to jam up the play, and now it's the Sharks who will have to collect behind their own net. Stars start circling in the offensive zone here to cut out any breakouts. Zimmich gets in the way of that one, and now the puck dumped deeper, and Viscoso will have to fire in. Curls nicely against the boards, tucks that puck against the boards, and rides it all the way forward, and then some heavy hitting. Click, click, you hear that? That is Viscoso putting that one on Snapchat. And so the Sharks will have to collect the puck in their own end. They do. They set up the movement forward here. Just 30 seconds left to go on the man advantage. The Sharks break into the offensive end. They try and set up a shot on the forehand. Hits the shin guards of Coronati. Doesn't get through. Sharks looking for a second bite at that apple. Coronati trying to prevent it. He gets to the puck first. Sends that over to Gorloff. Gorloff on the puck now, and he'll gain the line. Instead, though, fire it over to Conforti, who dumps that puck in deep, killing more of this penalty. Just 7 seconds left to go as the Stars look to get back to 5-on-5 hockey. Coronati takes a heavy hit himself there, but he's able to get up and then get to the puck and try and dump it in deeper. He's still going out there as the puck rolls all the way into the Stars zone, and it looks like Speaker's just going to cover up so the Stars can get their lines right out there with 14:43 left to go here in the second half. It's Stars 7, Sharks nothing. Offensive zone draw coming up here for the Sharks. It's going to be the speaker's left. Fauci out there with Polisi. Conforti as well as the three forwards. Fauci wins that over toward the far half wall, and now Polisi, fires forward but hits a skate on the dump in, and so Schaefer will pick it up at the near side. Schaefer skates that into the offensive zone himself. He curls around his man, throws it into the front slot, nearly connects with Polisi. Instead, Sharks able to jam that out of the zone, and it'll be Conforti to pick up that puck in his own end. Conforti tries to send that puck weak side. Instead, though, Sharks cut that out, and so the puck rolls in there. Speaker nearly puts a mitt on it, but Schaefer gets there first and jams it around to the weak side this time. As Fauci picks up that rolling puck, tries to break in the offensive end. Instead, the Sharks get to it. That puck just will not sit on its side, and so the Stars unable to clear the zone at the first attempt. Now Lechner finds Fauci. Fauci tips that forward into the neutral zone. The Sharks try and send it right back the other way. Stars careful here not to take a too many men on the ice penalty, and they are going to take it as that puck ran into the Stars' skates. And so 13:46 left to go. Stars are going to have a too many men on the ice penalty. 2 minutes to the box here, as it'll be Schulman to serve, and a defensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. Well, folks, don't forget to join us next weekend here on Midnight Sports. Midnight Sports looks to have a game against the Great Neck Bruins on Saturday, as well as the game here at Abe Stark on Sunday morning, subject to carrier restrictions. We look forward to seeing you then. But still 13 and a half minutes left to go in this one, as the Sharks look to break into the offensive zone. Cut out there by Farrow. And the Stars break back into the offensive zone. It's Zimmage dangling around his man. He's got two Sharks men with him as he just shepherds that puck over into the corner to wait for some support from the penalty killers. And Zimmage happy to kill off so much of this penalty, just circling with the puck. It's now McCarthy out there with Zimmage. Still a minute and 14 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for the Sharks after the too many men on the ice call against the Stars. Lechner will now turn. Farrow there to shepherd that puck out of the zone. He gets a second try at it and whips it over to the weak side, and McCarthy on the backhand works that up to the offensive blue line. Zimmage on the forecheck nearly took the puck off his man. Instead, the Sharks will just have to set that back up. They make it so far as Lechner, who pours into the offensive zone. He'll take a shot on the penalty kill there, and the Sharks netminder will catch that and dump it off, so there's no face-off coming while they're on the power play. It's Russo out there now on the forecheck. That puck's going to go long. Icing wave, though, as it must have gone off Russo's stick, and so Farrow behind the net dangles around his man, and then it does eventually come off his stick from his old teammate Sweeney. It's Farrow now on the puck. Racks that around over to the weak side, not out of the zone just yet. Sharks try and set up a shot there. We've got a stick broken on the ice from Russo, and a stick coming out from the captain McCarthy right back to Russo, so this penalty kill can continue. It's Lechner now on the puck. He gains the line, dumps in. 12 seconds left to go. Good teamwork there by the Stars on that broken stick as Viscoso pours over the boards. He's got Gorloff out there with him to go point to point. Viscoso does send it over toward Gorloff, who tracks back to pick up the puck. Gorloff does the same over to Viscoso. Viscoso now on the puck, on the forehand. He's going to work that up toward Russo, trying to get a tip on it where the Stars. Instead, it'll go for an icing, but it'll allow the Stars to get their lines right with 11:39 left to go. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here at Abe Stark Sports Center in Coney Island, Brooklyn. Defensive zone draw coming up here for the Stars, and it gives us time to pause just for station identification and apparently some rimshot drums. You're watching Midnight Sports. Give us a like, follow, or subscription. It's free, and candidly, it really helps our egos. It's Midnight Sports. Puck leaves the offensive zone there for the Sharks. They'll have to set up again. They do. They're in the high slot. That shot gets deflected wide, and now it's Viscoso to pick up in the far corner. He's on the puck. He's able to skate around his man and leave the zone with the puck. With speed is Conforti coming up the middle of the ice. That puck gets gummed up at the blue line, but now it looks like it's Nikolaitis on a deflected shot. He's going to go try and pick it up and jam it to the slot. He does. He finds Bizarro at the far side of the ice. Puck just a little too far for him, and now the Stars need to get back. A mini break developing here for the Sharks. Can't quite get that shot on goal, though. Gorloff did very well to watch his man go wide. And the Stars will try to get this puck out of the zone as we tick under 11 minutes left to play here in the second half. It's the Stars looking to get this puck up and out of the zone. Pizarro nearly able to get to that puck first. Instead, the Sharks will have to set up again just on the opposite side of the blue line, and so we'll get a quick offside call here with 10:38 left to go in the second half. It's shots 33-9 in the Stars' favor. Currently, with this faceoff coming just outside the Stars' defensive zone. It'll be Fauci at the dot. He's got Pizarro to his right, Polisi to his left. Looks like Schaefer and Coronati as the defensive pair. It's Pizarro taking that faceoff win forward, trying to work around a few men to get that puck into the offensive zone. He does momentarily, but without possession, and so Coronati sets up the dump in. It's a Sharks player, and the Sharks will come right back the other way. We do have an arm raised for icing, so at 10:24 left to go here in the second half. We'll get another stoppage in play and an offensive zone draw upcoming here for the Sharks. Same 5 skaters will stay out there on the ice for the New York Stars. Fauci again to take this draw. A little bit of a discussion there with Pizarro as to how he wants this puck to come into the slot. Fauci works that puck forward. Pizarro fires forward at the end wall to try and pick up that puck before the Sharks. Sharks come away with it only so far as Schaefer. Schaefer goes across the ice. One-timer goes just wide off the stick of Polisi, and off the end boards. It's covered up by the Sharks netminder, and so we get another stoppage in play here with 10:12 left to go in the second half. It'll be Fauci now at the dot. Again, looking to win this to somewhere dangerous. He does. Shot comes in, goes wide from Polisi, and now Schaefer fires forward to try and keep the zone. He does just enough, and Polisi with a shot goes just wide. Oh, the goaltender saw that late due to a screen. Ensuing shot deflected just wide there on the Sharks netminder. And now it's Coronati. Has that puck come off his stick. Out of the box, out of the near side come the Sharks, and they'll fire forward and try and get a shot on goal. Good stick lift there by Schaefer. Keeps any threat from the low slot. Stars will pound that puck around and try and get it out of the zone. Instead, Coronati turns in the far corner with the puck. He's got Schaefer. He finds him on the near side of the ice. That puck worked up toward Polisi, who gains center ice and then finds Pizarro. Pizarro has a streaking Fauci. Tries to get the puck to him. A nice poke check, though, by the Sharks. Takes the puck off his stick, and Schaefer will turn and collect the puck. Work past one man, and then the Sharks will dump right back in. It's Lechner out there now, settling a rolling puck behind his own net. Lechner on the puck, works that up, not out of the zone just yet. Tapped farther by Pizarro, not across the blue line until it hits a shin guard, and it finally does move that way. It's Polisi now going around 2 guys into the offensive zone. Polisi on the backhand, delays, waits for support. He has Fisher there, turns, fires, hoping for a Fisher rebound. Instead, the puck goes wide. Russo comes in. Fisher on the puck at the end board, separates his man. Russo in for support, and the Sharks do eventually come away with it. They work it up to the near point. Farrow able to keep the zone on first blush, and the puck stays in momentarily until it is jammed out by the Sharks with 8:37 left to go. That puck's going to roll rink wide. It's tapped farther there by Lechner into the offensive zone without possession. Now Fisher picks up that rolling puck, tries to throw it into the low slot, cut out nicely there by the Sharks. And Conforti in for support, dumps that in deeper. Russo on the puck, looks for Conforti. Shot comes in, a wonderful save on Fisher. Oh my, the Sharks netminder stood tall there as that puck came from out from behind the cage, right in front, and Fisher nearly had himself a goal. Instead, it's an offensive zone draw here for the Stars. 8:20 left to go in the second half as the Stars look to win that. Lechner settles that puck down, gets handcuffed a little bit by it, and so he just dumps it back in. It's Russo now on the puck. Russo out front. Another jam attempt there by the Stars. Goes wanting, and now the puck's going to come out, and it'll be Speaker on the puck as that icing gets waved. Interesting. Would have expected someone to call out there. Instead, that icing waved off, and so we play on as the Sharks nearly in and sending something into the low slot. Sharks making a push here with under 8 minutes left to go in this one as the Stars looking to get this puck out of the zone. They do. Nice pass by Farrow, sees Conforti, and now comes up to Fisher on a mini break. Sharks get back. Fisher unable to put that one on net as the Sharks rubbed him off the puck at the last second. And so the puck will come out to the offensive blue line for the Stars. And the Sharks will kick that farther. It's Gorloff working that puck up toward Conforti. Conforti on the puck now at the far side of the ice. He'll dump in. The Sharks netminder will come out to settle that puck down. Schulman thought about lifting the stick of the netminder on the near side of the ice. Instead, the puck played away from him, and the Sharks look to break out. Nice hit there by Viscoso. Separates his man from the puck. It looked to be on a break. Instead, the Stars will take over in their own end. Viscoso working it up toward Schulman. Not out of the zone just yet. The puck sits in the defensive zone, at least momentarily. Comes off Zimich's stick. He'll track it down at the far side of the ice. Under 7 minutes left to play here in the second half. Zimich all the way into the offensive zone. Then that puck hits a skate and comes on out. It's Zimich tracking it back down. A lot of speed in those legs for all he's done so far in this game, which is a whole bunch. Schulman dumps that puck back into the offensive zone. Sharks take over there. Stars able to keep the zone, though, through Zimich, who works that puck in deeper at the far half wall and now all the way to the far corner. Sharks try to get that puck out. Instead, they find McCarthy at the end boards. It's McCarthy on the puck, on the forehand, leaving it there for Schulman. Schulman dances around his man, takes a heavy hit, works it over toward McCarthy, and now 4 players in that far corner. Puck comes up to Viscoso. A lot of ice there. Slapper. Oh, he hits a leg in front, and he wipes out his Sharks competitor, but Sharks do just enough to block that shot and get the puck out of the zone. Stars dump right back in, and Zimich now on the forecheck. Schulman receives that puck at the near half wall, gets the return pass from Zimich. Zimich on the puck, tries to settle it down, works it back towards Schulman. Puck now sits at the end boards, at least momentarily, until the Sharks pick it up in the far corner. Schulman on his man, giving him the what for after some hitting there, and that puck went out of the ice rink. And so with 5:45 left to go here in the second half, we get a stoppage in play and an offensive zone draw upcoming here for the Stars. They'll get some new skaters out there. Pizarro, Fauci, Polisi, Schaefer, and Coronati as the 5 skaters for the men in white. Fauci wins that face-off over toward Polisi, who fires a shot, hits a body in front. Pizarro able to track down that puck, nearly swipes it in from the top of the slot. Instead, the Sharks come away with it, but only momentarily. Now the play gets jammed up in the neutral zone. Ping-ponging about a bit is the puck, but Pizarro able to gain the offensive zone and work that over toward Polisi. Polisi tries to return the pass to Pizarro. He does. Shot goes high in the cage. Pizarro trying to pick that top corner as the Sharks netminder has stood tall in this game. It's Fauci throwing that net front, covered up there by the Sharks goaltender with 5:14 left to play in this second half. Well, it's Stars 7, Sharks nothing. Sharks looking to get on the board. Stars looking to pad their lead. It's Fauci at the near dot. Pizarro to his right, Polisi to his left. Schaefer and Coronati behind them. Puck won forward by Fauci. Nobody home just yet for the Stars as it was off a face-off, and so the Stars will have to collect it at center ice, gain the line, and they'll jam it on in. It's the Sharks picking up the puck behind their net, working that over toward Polisi. Polisi on the puck, and touched farther by him behind the net. And now it's pinching in is Coronati. Takes a hit to keep the zone. Puck sits at the far half wall, and then it is eventually jammed farther by the Sharks. And so Schaefer will track back to his own zone on the puck. He's got a man all over him. Puck rolls off his stick, but he's able to feather that up toward Polisi. Can't leave the zone just yet. Schaefer on the puck at the far half wall. It's still Schaefer now. And he's behind his own net. He's able to work that up to Polisi. Polisi settles that puck down and then fires it up and out of the zone. Intercepted there by the Sharks as they'll turn right the other way with just over 4 minutes left to play here. That puck nearly rolls out to the net front, but it's Coronati who's able to take that puck and work it behind the net. Puck rolls to the far corner. No skaters over there. Jammed back to the weak side. Pizarro looks to pick it up on the half wall and jam it farther. Instead, the Sharks come away with it until Pizarro able to get it again and work it out of the zone. Slapped back in by the Sharks with just under 4 minutes left to go, but they're offside. And so we'll have a face-off upcoming as the Stars able to change lines here with 3:59 left to go in the second half. Face-off's going to come at center ice, as that's where that puck was jammed in from. And it'll be Nicolaitis at the dot. Fisher to his right, Russo to his left. Farrow and Lechner out there as the defensive pair. Farrow on the puck. He's able to dance around his man and then jam that puck out of the zone. Came back in too quick. Did that Sharks puck. So with 3:51, we're going to do it all over again on the offside call just outside the Stars' defensive zone. Same 5 skaters stay out there. Nicolaitis sets up at the dot. Tries to win that back to his teammates. Kicked forward, though, and Russo takes over. He gains the line, dumps in. And Fisher now all over his man on the near side of the ice. Able to jam it farther. Russo on the puck. Trying to set something up net front is Fisher. Russo takes a heavy hit in the corner, and that's going to be touched up for a penalty with 3:37 left to go here in the second half. The Stars will be going to the power play, and they'll have an offensive zone draw upcoming. Sharks to the box for 2 minutes for roughing. It'll be Conforti and Viscoso coming over the boards. Schulman as well. Fisher will stay out, and Russo will stay out. So Stars up 7, and now up a man here as the puck's dropped. 3:34 left to go. Sharks win that faceoff. Puck sits in the near corner, and then it's racked around and past the point man for the Stars. Again, just off a faceoff. Hard to be in that position when you're expecting the faceoff to come your way. And so the Stars through the neutral zone, they try and dump that in deep. It's going to go across the end line, though, and that'll be a quick icing at 3:12 left to go here in the second half. 1:35 left to go on the man advantage for the Stars. Defensive zone draw coming up for them, and it'll be to Speaker's left here. Stars get set up. They've got their power play unit on the ice. Same 5 skaters, Schulman, Russo, Conforti, Fisher, and Viscoso out there. Russo looking to win this face-off back. He wins it over toward the half wall. Schulman touches that farther, and now it'll be the Stars breaking out of their zone through Fisher. Sends a long shot in. It's blockered up. Oh, nearly bounced back in after that puck knuckled onto the ground and bounced around. It's Fisher looking for Conforti. That pass just a little too hot to handle as it bounced over all sticks, and Viscoso now fires that toward the slot. Sharks cut out the threat, and they jam that all the way down. This will go for an icing here at 2:41 left to play in the second half. Still 1:04 left to go on the man advantage for the Stars. Well, that icing will set up an offensive zone draw here for the Stars at the near circle. And they'll look to win this one cleanly back to the point through Russo. But again, don't forget to join us next weekend. It's Midnight Sports with coverage from Great Neck as the Stars take on the Great Neck Bruins at 4:45 p.m. on Saturday, September 23rd. Stars now fire that one in. Shot goes just wide. And you can join us Sunday on September 24th at 9 a.m. as the Stars host the New Jersey Wolves when they come to Abe Stark Sports Center. That puck's going to roll across the end line with 2:21 left to go in this game. 44 seconds left to go on the man advantage. And it's going to be an icing on the Sharks as the Stars look to see this one out. It's going to be an offensive zone draw. Fisher, Russo, Conforti out there. Schulman and Viscoso behind them. Russo kicks that face-off win forward, hits a body, and now comes over to Conforti. One-timer wide of the cage. Oh, he got all of that one. Just needed a little redirect on net. Instead, the Sharks able to dump that into the offensive zone, and it'll be Fisher taking over there, dumping that puck in deep to the offensive zone. Fisher on the puck, leaves it for Conforti. Conforti gets the return pass over to Fisher. A wonderful save by the Sharks netminder as that was a turn and shoot, and the Stars almost added to their lead. Instead, Schulman dumps that in deeper. The Sharks on the puck now in their own end. There's 100 seconds left to go in this game as we get a whistle here for icing. With just 3 seconds left to go on the Stars' man advantage, it'll be an offensive zone draw for them. And the Zimmage McCarthy Nicolaitis line comes over the boards after Schulman spent some time there on that last power play unit. A bit of a rejiggering of the forwards as the Stars look to win that in the offensive zone. Instead, the Sharks come away with it, but Blowitt's higher there, escaping the zone, so the Stars will have to set up again in the neutral zone. It's Zimmage on the puck, curling around into the offensive zone, pushed wide there by the Sharks. Heavy hitting there as Zimmage has a few words for his antagonist in the corner. And so now, it looks like that'll be it for the Sharks player. Called for a penalty here. He got 2 bites at the apple there. And, well, in fact, it looks like it'll be Zimmage to the box. Interesting. As the Stars will have to go on the penalty kill to see this game out. Zimmage took several big hits there in the offensive zone. It looked like there might have been some words exchanged. No gesture other than the roughing gesture there from the official. So 2 minutes on the board for the Zimmage penalty. And the Stars need to see out the last 75 seconds of this game on the kill. Shot goes high over the cage after taking a deflection. Sharks set up in the offensive zone. They're at the near point. They work it down to the near corner, and they try to get something net front. Instead, it's at the near half wall. Slapper comes in, kicked aside there by Speaker, and the Sharks try and set up again. They're behind the cage now, trying to throw that out front. Lechner gets in the way of that one, and he's got the puck on his stick on the forehand. He uses the boards, can't get it out of the zone just yet. 50 seconds left to go in this game as it's touched farther nicely there by Russo. Nicolaitis nearly deked around his man. Instead, the Sharks will have to pick up the puck. They have emptied the net here, have the Sharks, to try and get on the board while they're on the power play. Heavy hitting again in the near corner. Sharks will come right back the other way. Puck comes all the way up to Farrow. He shoots that in, looking for the empty net or just the dump in there. 22 seconds left to go as the players joust right in front of the scorer's booth. Rolling puck misses the cage there. Nicolaitis fires in on the forecheck. He's all over his man as the Sharks look to break out of the zone. Sharks move that puck up, but not into the offensive zone just yet. And it's now a 3-on-1 here for the Sharks. Farrow back. Speaker's able to glove that one down. Rolling puck sticked aside there by Farrow. Oh, Speaker owes that guy a beer. Anyway, that's gone final here at Abe Stark Sports Center. It's the New York Stars 7, the Long Island Sharks 0. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Midnight Sports. We'll see you again next week. Until then, stay safe.